In this video, we're gonna talk about the series and the game. Unlike my usual videos, this one will contain spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, you can watch this video about The Last of Us interesting facts. Other than that, this is purely subjective take on the games and series. You have the right for your opinion, so do I. I loved the first part. It was amazingly written and directed. The graphics, the story, and even the unusual gameplay, everything worked out perfectly and smoothly. The relationship build-up of Joel and Ellie, all of the trauma, grief woven into the story, it laid out amazingly and made perfect sense. I felt their pain and their choices, and I don't remember feeling any internal conflict over that. And I think watching the season 1 first was even better, before the game, because it was like guidance and added up a bit more depth to the story. Like, for example, the side story of Bill and Frank. Both Joel and Ellie had to make hard decisions and grow throughout the story and their journey, and I've really grown to love them both. I would definitely play the part 1 one more time. Coming to the part 2, because the scars are still fresh. I hate Abby. While I was writing it, I haven't played the game throughout yet, but everything was crystal clear even then. It's a whataboutism. It's simple mirroring. Everything is not so simple. She had her own reasons, which is bullshit. It was so obvious that her father was a doctor long before it's been revealed. I like part 1, part 2 is extremely readable, so simple and predictable. But leaving that apart, they're not the same. Yes, I was surprised a couple of times with Ellie. The first one when she got angry with Dina for her getting pregnant, and the second one, which was dumb and illogical, for not going with Jesse to help Tommy. I couldn't believe it. And I was really tense back then. She could have died. They all could have died. But other than that, her actions and Joel's actions, by the way, make total sense, unlike Abby's. First of all, her father is a hypocrite. He wouldn't do the surgery on Abby. It was crystal clear. His so-called inner conflict says exactly that. Second, his actions got consequences. He was threatening the guy who was traveling through all of the country alone with a little girl. The audacity and stupidity of that. And Joel was in state of affect. Abby's father could have just left it to the soldiers who were all over the building, but he didn't. It's just the rules of the game world. Fireflies wanted to unalive both Joel and Ellie. I've heard that all of them are bad people. This is the bad and abnormal world. Sure, but we were following the story of a survival of the only person in 21 years who was immune. The stakes couldn't be higher. And who accompanies that little girl? A father who lost a child. The perfect combination of an amazing story. And we got it. After that, everything went to shit. Abby, on the other hand, planned revenge for years. Joel and Tommy saved her, and she repaid them with evil. She didn't just kill Joel, she tortured him. And the only reason they didn't kill both Ellie and Tommy is that they knew that the whole city would come after them. And even when they knew they need to run, she didn't finish Joel fast with sharp objects or a gun. She did it with absolute cruelty and in cold blood with a freaking golf club. And after that, you want me to feel pity for her? Not happening. The stupidity and cruelty of the situation is that they make you play for Abby for at least 10 hours, maybe even more, after what she's done, and they try to mirror the Ellie situation, like the dinosaur museum trip with Ellie and Joel and aquarium trip with Abby and Owen. Wow, she had life, but she's talking about finding Joel all of the time. But beside all of that, how the game literally shows us military base of Wolf, telling you, oh, they're just like Jacksonville, which is completely not true. They're also trying to show Abby's friends as good people. Good for them. But just a couple of hours before, I've been playing as Ellie, and they all tried to kill her. Just once, Ellie lost herself and did cruel thing, but it all could be avoided if they just didn't attack her first. And they all enjoyed what happened to Joel. That's sick. I would have much more understanding for it. For example, if the story was from a long time ago when Joel was in the military and he did something unthinkable to Abby's family and left her alive, that would be at least equal revenge. That's the main thing that I hate about The Last of Us Part 2. We'll come to the series in just a minute. But beside that, part 2 got so much better in gameplay and graphics, new features, new combat styles. I loved playing for Ellie, and there will be time when we return to play The Last of Us Part 1 again. You probably already know that the Season 2 flopped hard. And boy oh boy, I see exactly where this is coming from. Season 1 was a perfect example of a great marketing strategy. It was so good, production-wise, acting, locations, cast, amazing, perfect. And it did the main thing, inviting new audience to play the game, like me for example, or one of my friends was watching Let's Play on it. So anyways, the goal is set and achieved. And then comes Season 2. Spoilers all over the place. I saw the main spoiler a couple of hours before playing part 2 and regret that didn't block that person right away. Though everything happened so fast, I didn't even have time to breathe. It was so sad. I even shed a tear. Anyways, Season 2 started on the wrong note. Everything they did was so out of tune that it's hard to advocate for. Yes, the location looks so much as in the game, but does it actually matter if you decide to change everything else and even the character's features? They raised the stakes by giving Tommy a child and making him responsible for everything. With that, we get shoved in the face with Joel's so-called stiffness, as he doesn't want to invite people in if there is no food or shelter for everyone. I wonder why. What the heck even? After everything that's going on in the outside world, who invites random people in? Yes, in the game everyone had a place, as well as Joel and Ellie, and I was wondering why they are not living together, but it makes sense, because Ellie needs space, especially if they're not related. The exposition in the series is really long. The whole first episode was filled with facts and events that were either not mentioned in the game, not happened, and there we see the agenda reveal itself. The scene with psychologists. What for exactly? To justify Abby's choices? Very funny. I already don't like it. Why would Joel trust anyone? Trust a random person? That was the most logical decision to make Joel talk to Tommy, as in the game. Talking about good things. The decorations are great. The costumes and everything. Love the infected design, the acting, and the sound design of them. Expanding on the plot, showing what happened instead of just telling about the events is a good choice, as they still need to fill out that gameplay time. But my oh my, some of the choices. I mean, why would you change the initial plot of Dina and Ellie building a relationship, deepening it, for example, through their patrol together, through discovering Eugene's secrets and even smoking? Why would you change it? Absolutely unnecessary. Then the question arises, why do you need to incorporate a horde? The new Game of Thrones type of vibe, special effects, high stakes, like there was not enough action in the original source. Stupid action for the stupid action. And also, if they're not zombies, but just infected, how come the host doesn't die in the extreme cold? Asking for a friend. The situation is even worse in the series. Abby is so obsessed with revenge that seeing the town burning and knowing the horde is attacking, she chose her revenge over the lives of innocent people that she's so eager to revenge. She's even worse than in the game. No remorse, no pity for her and her father. So they destroyed Jackson just for the sake of it. Blew off the main intrigue of the first act, meaning who's Abby and what she's about to do, and then giving her a villain speech. Nice. And his phrase, unarmed doctor. Such a stupid thing to say. They give her such a speech like, wow, she's so honorable. But the situation is on the showcase. All of them, Abby's friends, participated with pleasure in torturing Joel. I hate Abby and don't care what they are trying to show here. She's a monster, obsessed, lost creature, and nothing can make me think otherwise. They all deserve their fate for everything they've done. All of them. No pity, no sorrow. And after all that, might I add, the acting in the series is really good. That's why we're discussing the characters, not the actors. They're doing the good job. You see now why am I talking mostly about the good movies on this channel. First of all, because I want to spread the good things and not promote bad ones. And second, I can't handle it. Watching bad films and shows and then write and talk about them. I need to meditate after this. Watch only good movies. Those which give you a sense of fulfillment.
Whoa! How the hell would he even even walk around with that thing.
Get rid of that.
Hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh, why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.